everybody, welcome back to our YouTube, or actually our Facebook page. I'm live streaming on the Facebook page from the Detroit Auto Show here at Cobo Hall, now called Huntington Place if you want to get technical. But I figured we'll go through the Chrysler exhibit, the Ram exhibit, and show you everything that Stellantis has brought to Detroit for the auto show for 2025. Now, if you look around, you'll see there isn't a whole lot here. And Detroit has become kind of a shell of its former self. There used to be every automaker here. There used to be a little bit of everything here. And now we have basically the big three. Toyota's here. Kia's here with a small display. And most of the stuff on the floor is like driving events or dealers bringing in stuff. So it's not too exciting. But I figured we'll go through the exhibit. I got it like basically an hour before we get kicked out of here for the media because they have a black tie event tonight, charity preview. But I figure we'll go through and take a look at some of the new vehicles for 2024, 2025. First one I want to talk about is this Wagoneer S. This is the 2024 Wagoneer S from Jeep. Basically, it will be reaching dealers here probably this next week. So this is the launch edition for 2024. And honestly, when you look at how much this thing cost, it costs $71,995. It is actually a better deal, in my opinion, than the new Charger Daytona. Basically, you get 600 horsepower, all-wheel drive. You get basically a D-segment SUV, which looks really good. 300 miles of range, so you get about what you get in an RT, but you get 600 horsepower instead of that 496. A lot more room and a lot more features for the money. So we got somebody in there right now. But I'll show you, like, for example, obviously everybody has had questions on this vehicle. You have your fast charging port down here. But overall, the package looks really good. If you look at the interior on this thing, it looks really nice. Panoramic sunroof, heated and ventilated front seats. You do have a rotary dial shifter. Start button's there. Just like a Wagoneer, you have the lower climate control screen. You have a Uconnect system there. 10.25-inch Uconnect front passenger screen. And then you have a complete digital gauge cluster here. Same steering wheel that you find in the Charger Daytona. It's this new square design with a flat bottom. It takes a while to get used to, like, looks-wise, but it feels really good in the hands. This one's leather wrapped, and it feels pretty dang good. Electronic door handles. These doors are super light to open, like super light. So you see here that it's got purple ambient lighting. When you open the door, whenever doors open, it actually turns it to orange so people can see you if you have the doors open at night. And it has this like fake faux metal trim, like bezel. It actually has like a texture to it, which actually feels pretty nice. Of course, you do have a new Macintosh system that's exclusive to the Wagoneer S, and it has about 1,075 watts of power. Also, I was playing with this earlier, but we couldn't figure out how to like put it down. This new frunk up front. A lot of people have had questions about the frunk. So let's take a look at it. I love this new front end styling. And the cool thing is, unlike the Charger Daytona, you also get fog lights in it too. So here's the frunk up front. You can still put your washer fluid in here, but it's not super deep. You can put some basic stuff, like, if you're going to the beach, some towels and stuff like that, or whatever you need. Maybe some, stuff for winter or whatever. But not too bad. I don't want to hit that. I hit that before. I don't want to break this stupid thing. But in the back, let's take a look at the back seat in this thing. This thing's got a lot of room. It's a D-segment SUV. So it's a little bit smaller than a Grand Wagoneer, but it'll be about the size of the new Cherokee coming out. So again, you can see I opened this door and it's got that orange lighting. But very simple. Everything works really good. Everything feels good. You have this massive spoiler on the back. Just kind of a cool design. Wagoneer S badging on the rear. And you'll notice that there is no more Wagoneer badging. It's all Jeep. Here's the third brake light underneath here. Rear camera's up top, and it's badged as a 4xe because it's all electric. Your button for the power hatch is right here. The only thing I can say that I was kind of shocked that it didn't have, and by the way, there's Easter eggs all over this thing like any typical Jeep product, is there's no cubbies back here. I figured there'd be a cubby somewhere. It's the only complaint I have about it. I might have to talk to my Jeep rep about actually getting one of these for the week. You have manual handles up here, but your power button for the hatch is right there. So overall, it's a very nice car. Again, for the money, a Charger Daytona Scat Pack is $85,000 with all the options. This pretty much has every option. $72,000. Room for the family. 600 horsepower. Yes, Austin, they got one after dark Daytona Scat Pack, which we'll go see in a few minutes. There's actually, believe it or not, this one's kind of hidden off to the side, so I really don't have a lot of people come in and bother me. But we'll head over to the Charger. Everybody's getting ready to kind of leave. We might even run into Tim Kaniskis. He's here. He's over conjugating with some of the media. I seen him earlier. So, but yes, Wagoneer S. I have to say, I'm really impressed. I'm not an EV person, but for $71,000, you're getting a lot of vehicle for the money compared to the Charger. Of course, there's the Grand Wagoneer, a Willys Wrangler 2-door with the Extreme package. 35-inch tire package, which looks really good. Only problem is this thing's close to $60,000, and it's a Willys. So I don't know, man. Jeeps are getting super expensive. They need to really fix that. We got a normal Wagoneer over here. The Compass. It's funny the Compass kind of pushed to the back because we're getting a new Compass at the end of the year. And believe it or not, I just posted an article, or actually it's going to be posted at 3 o'clock today, Eastern time on Mopar Insiders, about the next generation Compass and what we know about it and when we're going to see it for the first time. I just did an article about this reach in dealers. This is the Willys 4xe 41 edition. I really like those wheels. If you guys see anything in particular that you want to know anything about, let me know. That's why I'm here. I'm here to give you guys content. So the Dodge display is kind of minimal. We have a Dodge Hornet RT. If you go over to my Mopar Junkie YouTube channel, I just did a review on one. Actually, the exact same one that's here. It's not the exact vehicle, but same spec. And we do have one Durango here, SRT Hellcat Brass Monkey Edition. So it's got the oxblood exterior, matte finish hood, brass monkey wheels, and this tan interior. The only thing I can say is $115,000 for this thing. Like, I have a 2021 RT, and it doesn't look any different than this. And I bought it used with really low miles on it, and $41,000. I mean, it does have the leather wrap dash, which is nice, but I don't know, $115,000. And these Hellcats actually started out like less than 90. So here's your Charger Daytona you're talking about. Again, this is after dark. You might know this color is Fathom Blue on the Pacifica. It's kind of cool. The camera doesn't do it any justice. It's like a dark blue, and as it goes into the light, it goes to like a teal, and then like a green. It's like a shape-shifting color. Looks really good. Electronic door handles. Again, if you go to my Mopar Junkie YouTube channel, I talk about my first driving impressions of this car. I drove a Scat Pack Stage 2 here in Detroit, and I was quite impressed. This car, even though it's an EV and everybody hates the EV part, if you look at it as an L-Series car owner like I am, you go into this thing that's so new, it's so updated, drives so much better than the outgoing L-Series cars. It didn't change my mind about being an EV. Like, I would not want, EVs aren't just for me, but this car's overall design is so much better. Like, I'm really excited about the 6-pack model. And you can see in the back, it's got the sedan's, 121-inch wheelbase. Look how much room's in the back for passengers. And look at bigger windows in the Challenger so you don't feel claustrophobic. And the hatch gives you, it's hard to see with the glass roof, but look how much room there is back here. The only thing I hate about this car, seriously, the only thing I hate is those haptic buttons on the dash. They got rid of physical buttons and put haptic buttons. That's the only bad thing that I can say about this car. That and the price, obviously. But this is it for Dodge here. That's it. There's the guys from cars.com. All right, Pacifica. We got the Pacifica Hybrid with Pinnacle Edition here. And Chrysler's Halcyon concept car, which is very, like, a lot of people actually went off on Chrysler about building this thing. It's the Stella large platform. It's a futuristic four-door sedan. I do love those wheels. Those wheels are killer. So, but it's an electric vehicle that runs on unlimited range because it uses inductive road, systems, which don't exist. There's a few of them, but like here in Michigan, we only have like an 1/8 mile one. So, I don't know. I hate to see them spend all this money on concept cars when they should be producing a production car. Another thing that kind of irks me about Chrysler this year is 2025 is the 100th anniversary of the Chrysler brand. And we have yet to see anything acknowledge the 100th anniversary of the brand. It's kind of disappointing in a way. But yet here at the Detroit Auto Show, they are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Stow and Go. Why not a 100th anniversary edition minivan? I don't know. Let's talk about Ram heavy duty pickups. This is a 5500 Laramie pickup. If you go on the Ram truck website to build a 3500, 4500, 5500 chassis cab, you cannot get the Laramie right now. It's going to be available later this year, but here it is. So it is coming. The limited will be coming back to certain models as well. Love the painted front bumper with those fender flares. It just looks killer. That new grille, everybody says they hate the grille and the headlights. Once you see it in person, it's mean looking. It looks good. The rest of the truck is pretty much the same. I mean, it's been pretty much the same since 2010, but it's got minor updates. All new electrical architecture. This truck really doesn't show it off too much because this is a chassis cab truck, but we'll go over and look at the other ones. It's got the new Atlantis electrical architecture for 2025. So now your Uconnect system is 5 times faster. If you go, we'll go look at some other trucks. They now have the 10.25-inch touchscreen for the passenger. Most of these trucks have digital gauge cluster now. And like I said, this is a Rancher upfitter. So it's just a crew cab Laramie, but it's a nice looking truck. Love the flatbed, diamond steel bed. This is a Laramie Sport. One thing that kind of shocked me when Ram showed us the original pictures of this truck, it's got chrome accents even though it's a Sport. And whether I thought I really wouldn't like that because I owned a Laramie Sport Ram 1500. I actually do like the chrome touches. It's just enough to make it look interesting. But I can see a lot of people, if you don't like it, buy the night edition. So you can still get a night edition. It'll black out all that chrome. So, but it looks good. This truck looks killer. This is a Ram 2500 limited night edition in a mega cab configuration. So you can see, like, this is how it looks with the blacked out grille. Those new headlights, they're quad projectors. Same hood as last year, the Sport Performance hood. Same newer mirrors that we got in 2023. Like I said, it's just a subtle mid-cycle refresh. Love this wheel design on this truck. This is where we're going to start seeing our big changes for 2025. While the interior looks the same, there's that 14.5-inch Uconnect system. Again, you don't get a panoramic sunroof in these trucks because it's the older cab, but you do get a basic sunroof. But we'll go on the other side and we'll look at that passenger screen. But everything else is pretty much carryover. Being a mega cab, like the Ram 1500, these seats do recline. So that makes it nice. Because it's the 4th gen cab, you still have this hump in the floor, unfortunately, but it's so small, it really won't bother you. And you can see Camp Jeep right behind us here. But one good thing is we have these new taillight designs. And I love these taillights compared to the Ram 1500. I think these look way better. Another thing you'll notice, just like the Ram 1500, no more Ram's head logo. All Ram heavy duties will have the RAM badge on the back. Like you see right here on this Laramie Sport. The only way you're going to see a Ram's head badge 2025 on any Ram pickup is like this one right here. This is a Ram 1500 with a multi-function tailgate. One of my favorite options. See, like here's the halogen lights on the Ram 1500. Those ones on the HD look so much better. But that's the only way you're going to see that. Let's walk over to this truck. This is the only other heavy duty they have here. There's no Power Wagon, no Rebel, unfortunately. But this is the Laramie Longhorn. This one is the same exact truck that we've seen at the unveiling online. You can see that it's got the 10.25 inch screen, and the branding is still here, but it's been moved over, and you can still feel it's still wood, it's still branded. Seats look nice. Still got a sunroof. 14.5 inch Uconnect screen standard on Limited and Limited Longhorn. Also, Cummins, you know, it's got a new Cummins engine in it, which I talked to one of the ladies at Cummins for the press people from Cummins. They're going to send us more information over about it. All trucks, all heavy duty trucks, including the Hemis, now have column shifters only. No more rotary dial shifter. Even if you get a Power Wagon, you get the column shifter now. A lot of people should be excited about that. Because this is a crew cab, you don't get to recline those rear seats, but you still get quite a bit of room. And because it's a Limited Longhorn, you get the saddle seats, the nice tooling on the doors, and tooling on the seats. So this is a dually package here. There's those new taillights, and of course we see the RAM badge on the back with the Longhorn badge. This one's set up for obviously a gooseneck. So here's the interesting thing a lot of people don't know. So for 2025, Ram got rid of the 410 rear axle and on the Cummins, and now they have a 342. The 342 allows a lot better fuel economy. However, it also allows Ram to get similar numbers. So basically, you lose about 400 pounds of gooseneck towing capability for 2025, but it's still 36,700 pounds roughly with a tradesman regular cab dually 4x2 with the Cummins. So keep that in mind. We also get an inverter in the box now. So we do get outlets, and here's your hookup for obviously your gooseneck for your power stuff. But for the most part, they've updated the trucks with several like things, but not a huge overhaul like some people thought. So let's take a look at this new Cummins turbo diesel. I know a lot of people are interested in this thing. So, new block, new pistons, 10 spline turbocharger, no more filters, they're cartridges. I know a lot of people are complaining about that. But overall, it's got a little bit more horsepower, not much. It's 420 horsepower, but it still has that 1,075 foot-pounds of torque. You can see there's another cartridge filter here. It does have glow plugs now, so it should be better at cold start performance. There's that new Haslet 10 spline turbocharger. I almost said supercharger. Oh my god. But overall, a really killer design from Cummins. Can't wait to actually drive it to see how much different it is than the outgoing truck. Ram has a Rebel X Mojave Sand truck here, and because they won Motor Trend Truck of the Year with the 1500, the only Warlock truck that's here, which I believe will be 5th Gen Rams or sister sites truck of the year, is the Warlock, is up there up on a platform. Mr. Tim Kaniskis is over here sitting at the table. Surprisingly, Ram didn't roll out any of the new electric trucks. The chassis here. You can see there's Tim right there.
Ram plays a crucial role. But the
There's the RHO. This is a level 2 equipment package RHO. A lot of people are complaining about the RHO because it doesn't have the Hellcat in it. But I'll tell you what, this truck is now a direct competitor of the standard Raptor and kicks its ass in pretty much anything. So there's going to be, now there's been teasers. So if you go on Mopar Insiders or 5th Gen Rams, we talked about it. They've actually leaked out stuff saying that there will be a higher horsepower truck coming. And what rumors have been saying is they're working on another version of the Hurricane with about 750 horsepower. And so we might have a truck with a Hurricane engine that will have more horsepower than a Hellcat. Of course, Ram 1500 Limited. And the only electric truck they brought here was the chassis for the Ram Charger. You can see here, 3.6 liter Pentastar engine with about 40% different components. Now it doesn't power the wheels. It powers a 150 kilowatt inverter, powering a smaller 92 kilowatt hour battery pack, and allows you to fill it up and basically have 14,000 pounds of towing capacity and an amazing 2,625 pound payload capacity. So if you don't like charging your vehicles up and you don't have time to go through a half hour to get 100 miles of range or whatever, you can easily just go to a gas station, put gas in this thing. You don't even have to, you don't even have to charge it. You just fill this thing up and run it on gas all the time. And you get the benefits of the EDMs with 14,000 pounds of towing capability. So they're saying 690 miles of range, which is killer. I don't even see what the heck the point is buying the Rev. This thing is way better than the Rev truck, in my opinion. So, but that's pretty much it. Another thing that kind of bothered me, like we got some Mopar accessories over here. But Camp Jeep's going on. They brought the Easter Jeep Safari vehicles over here, but they put them way in the back. So I don't know why. But they did cut down a Ram box, which is pretty cool. This is that new Dodge electric bicycle that you could buy. It's basically like a Chinese e-bike that's badged as a Dodge. If you want to know more about that, you can go to moparinsiders.com or you can check out dodgeebike.com. So, the only other vehicle that's worth saying anything, which really isn't worth saying much, is the Fiat 500 Giorgio Armani edition is here. But again, look at that. I think you guys will really like this truck once you see it in person. That front end, I was kind of up in arms about it. The more I see it, the more I love it. It looks ticked off. It's very polarizing. So here's that 500. And really, that's about it. I mean, that's how small the Jeep exhibit and Fiat and Chrysler and Jeep and Ram exhibit is here in Detroit. So, do you guys have any questions about anything that I can help you guys with here at Detroit before I sign off? Because I have about a half hour before they close us, kick us out of here for the media. Anybody have any questions? All right. I think that's going to be it. And again, if you didn't see the whole stream, as soon as I post this, you can go back and rewind it and check everything out. I'll see you guys later. Make sure to check out Mopar Insiders later today for more information.